Welcome to the Garden City in western Montana, USDA Zone 5B. Welcome to the garden. When I think about health and longevity, I often think about the blue zones. The blue zones are communities where the people that live there generally live a very long time. Now, in these areas, it's not uncommon to live into your 90s and hundreds, and not only are people living longer, but they're generally active, healthy, and enjoying their lives. One of these areas is Icaria, Greece. Now, the people that live in Icaria have a lot of different reasons why they probably outlive most people throughout the world, but one of the things that is unique about them is the amount of leafy green vegetables that they consume. Now, in Icaria, apparently there are about 40 plus species of green leafy vegetables that they forage on a regular basis throughout the island. Today I'm going to show you where I forage for my leafy green vegetables. So leafy green vegetables all kind of have some similarities in that they are nutrient dense foods, in that they have high nutritional values but low calories. Now, each different type of leafy green vegetable has its own unique properties, different levels of vitamins or different types of nutrients, different types of antioxidants. And so they all have their own unique blend, but they all are very similar in a lot of ways. This is one that you'll recognize right off the bat. So, leafy green lettuce. So let's take some of that. And we have a few different varieties, and we'll put that into our salad today. And the lettuce, we've had some really great success this year. It's just been so beautiful and tasty. Let's grab a little bit of that. So right here we have 3 different great varieties of lettuce. Now next door, this is arugula. And what's interesting about arugula is that it's high in nitrates. Now, nitrates are converted by the body to nitric oxide, which helps with cardiovascular health. So it vasodilates the blood vessels, and we think that it contributes to athletic performance and reduces problems like heart attacks and cardiovascular disease. So let's add in some arugula to the salad. Arugula kind of has a little bit of a bitter taste, but when it's mixed in with all the other greens, it really adds a lot to the salad, and with its nutrient values like we just discussed, I think it's a great thing to add in to a salad. Next door we have beautiful Swiss chard. Now Swiss chard I like growing just because of how beautiful it is. You have these bright yellows and reds, and it's also very tasty. Interestingly enough, just like arugula, it's very high in nitrates, and so again, probably great for athletic performance and overall cardiovascular health. So let's add in a little bit of chard into our salad. Here's some more greens that you'll probably recognize. We have kale, and so the 2 varieties I have right here are Jacinto or dinosaur kale, and this is a Siberian red kale. Now, kale has become very popular in recent years, and for good reason. Out of all the greens, it's actually probably one of the nutrient dense of all of the greens, and it's particularly high in vitamin K levels and other electrolytes that are really important, like magnesium and potassium. I also have a different variety of lettuce right here, so I'll add in that. So that makes 3 different varieties of lettuce that's going to go into our salad. And hidden down in here is some basil. And so, as you know, that basil has kind of a unique flavor, and so we'll add in a few of these nice little greens into our salad as well. Over here we have a few more additional greens. Right here is mustard greens. Now, what's great about mustard greens is it does have a little bit of a spicy flavor that goes really well in salads. Probably wouldn't make it your base of the salad, but just a little bit adds in some complexity to the flavor and it makes it really good. Down here we have cabbage. So the cabbage head isn't quite formed yet, but what we can do is we can take some of these outer leaves and add that into the salad. So we'll add in 1. Cabbage is particularly high in fiber, and so that includes both soluble and insoluble fiber, which we know is really important, particularly for the microbiome or the bacterial content in your colon, which has become more and more important for overall health. There are some greens that we don't think about traditionally as things that can be eaten. Right here next to me is a broccoli plant. So the broccoli head is just about finished, but not quite there. But what we can do is we can eat some of the broccoli leaves. So the broccoli leaves have excellent nutrition, just like the broccoli head, and they taste really good. And most notably, they're high in sulforaphane, which is a phytonutrient that has been shown to be particularly good at preventing cancers in some studies. Another green that you might not commonly think about but is very edible is carrot tops. And so our carrots aren't quite ready, but what we'll do is we'll take a few of these little sprigs and we'll add that to the salad. Now, a little bit of carrot top goes a long way. It has a potent taste, and so I would encourage you to try it, but it's not something that I would fill the salad with, maybe just a little bit. So we'll put a couple of little sprigs of carrot tops in there. Over on this other side, we actually do have an additional variety of kale. And so this is a curly kale. So we'll add that also to our salad greens. And so that makes 3 varieties of kale for our salad today. Okay, so the last part of our collection of salad greens in front of me is tatsui, which is a type of Asian green. As you can see, it's starting to bolt. I'll probably be getting rid of them and exchanging them for some other plant soon, but for now the tatsui still taste great, maybe just slightly more bitter than they were when I first planted them, but still great nutrition, and we'll add a few of those to the salad. The interesting thing about tatsui is from an ounce to ounce perspective, it has about twice as much calcium as milk, and it also has more vitamin C than oranges. So again, a lot of great nutrition. So we'll add in a few of those into our salad. And in front of me is a very interesting plant called purslane. Now, many people probably haven't heard about purslane, but one of the interesting things about purslane, and the reason why I planted it, is because it has more omega-3 fatty acids than just about any other plant. And it happens to be really good. It has a really crisp taste and a great addition to a salad. So we'll add in a few of these. And I think we have enough to make a really nice salad. Welcome to the kitchen. So this is the bounty that we found from our foraging today. So let's review what we found. This is cabbage. This is mustard greens. This is 3 different varieties of kale. This is the red Siberian, the Jacinto, and curly kale. This is the Swiss chard. And this is broccoli greens. Up here we have the tatsoi. Here are the carrot tops. And here is purslane. This is arugula. Just a few leaves of basil. And then 4 different varieties of lettuce. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so how many green varieties do we have today? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 different leafy green vegetables that we foraged today out of the garden. So now that we have all of our greens, what we're going to do is we're going to clean them all off, and then we'll start preparing them for a salad. Okay, so now that we have our salad greens all washed up, what we'll do is we'll put them in this salad spinner and get rid of the water. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take all of the greens and put them on this cutting board. And then what I do is I kind of gather them all together and I just cut them really finely so that they get a really good mixture of all these different flavors in each bite. Okay, so now they are mixed in really nice, really small little pieces. And as you notice, I kind of took out a lot of the fibrous components of the vegetables just so the salad would be easier to eat and taste real good, and you wouldn't be chomping on the fibrous components. There is one nice exception. Of the chard, they have these beautiful stems, and interestingly enough, you can cook with them quite easily. What I do is I chop really finely into small pieces. And we'll just do a little bit, but you can add those to soups or any sort of dish, let it cook, but we can even eat it raw inside the salad. It's got a consistency of like celery. So now that we have everything, let's get a little salad bowl. So we'll take some for our salad today. And we'll put some in for some salads tomorrow, and one for my wife. Now, there's all sorts of different ways to eat a salad. You can add additional vegetables like carrots or bell peppers or whatever you would like. A lot of people use salad dressing. What I typically do is this combination. So this is vegan Parmesan. You can find this on the website of the Minimalist Baker. But this is, the key ingredients to this is nutritional yeast, cashews, kosher salt, and garlic powder. So let's add in a little bit of that to my salad today. This is ground flaxseed. Now it's not necessarily so much for the taste, but I add in ground flaxseed to just about everything. So I throw it in my soup, I throw it in salads, I put it in oatmeal. So let's just add in a little bit of that just for the health benefits. Next we have roasted chickpeas. So my wife does this for me. Her little recipe is she takes chickpeas, puts in some olive oil, kosher salt, garlic powder, and a pinch of cayenne pepper, and then she roasts them. And so I just leave some of them in the fridge and take them out every now and then so I can eat them all week in my salads. Adds a nice bit of protein into your salad. And then lastly, I like to add in some seeds. So seeds, especially when they're not salted and roasted, have several health benefits, very good for us. And so I always add in some sunflower seeds and some pepitas or pumpkin seeds. And this will be a fabulous salad. Enjoy.